Abby there might have to, okay. It's not me, something else is going on with the kennel. I'm not sure about it. But we do have to move the otters on and off exhibit from time to time, and we want the otters to be comfortable with the kennel, familiar with the kennel. And so we bring it out here so they can see it, so they can become familiar with it. And it's important that they do go in and complete the behaviors. So Hannah is working with Abby right now. She's kind of redirected her behavior into the water. So we only give our otters during the training sessions food when they successfully complete a behavior. So the trainers will ask for behavior, the otters complete it successfully, and then we use food as positive reinforcement. So we're going to try this one more time. Hopefully Abby will be successful with this behavior. So we're going to bring her out. That was one behavior. Now we're going to ask her to get into the kennel. She's just not sure about the kennel today. So I'm just going to kind of move over here to this side. So again, Hannah's redirecting her back to the water. We want our otters to have a chance to be successful with the behaviors we're asking them to do. So sometimes when they don't complete a behavior, we have to redirect to other things. So now we've got Kit over here in this kind of pool area. We call it the spa. It is not a warm water area. It's just kind of an isolated area where we can focus the otter's attention in a particular area. Now we've sent Gidget out over to the window, and Ivy is over at the window as well. While they are at the windows, pay attention to their teeth. Sea otters eat between 40 and 50 different kinds of invertebrate animals. So those are animals without backbones, and they're meat eaters. So those teeth really are good at chomping down on meat. But they also like to chew on hard things like urchins and crabs. Here in the exhibit, we only give them soft food because we learned very early on that if we gave them hard-shelled food, they'd try to crack it open on the windows, and it scratched the windows up so much that no one could see into the exhibit. So over here on the far left-hand side, we're working with Kit on a new behavior where we're asking her to kind of go through the ring as if it were a tunnel. And so at first, she was trying to understand what Cecilia was asking of her, and she tried to hand her the object. That wasn't what Cecilia was asking for, so she redirected and had her actually go through the tunnel. When she successfully did that behavior, she then got that piece of food as positive reinforcement. We've got Gidget out here on the deck, and again, you can check out those hind feet that are completely adapted into flippers. Not so good for walking, but excellent for swimming. So what you just saw Hannah do is she cleared the deck. She took all of the things that might be distracting Abby off the deck so that she was able to then get her into the kennel to have her complete that behavior successfully. So again, it's really important that the otters learn the behaviors and that they complete them the way we ask. So not only is it a verbal cue, a word asking them what to do, but it's also a visual cue, a hand signal asking them to do the same thing. So it took a little while, but we were able to get Abby successful on that behavior. And now, Casey's going to come over here and ask Ivy to do a similar thing, coming out onto the deck and then into the kennel. So here comes Ivy, right on in. That's how it is generally supposed to go there. Sorry, the trainers sometimes talk to me as well. Abby did a great job completing that behavior. It just took a little bit of time to get her through it successfully. So we've got Gidget over here with this yellow toy that Alan just threw over to her there. He's asking her to do a pound behavior. So in the wild, otters would collect rocks to open up hard-shelled food. And we continue this behavior. We just give them something soft that's not going to scratch our windows to do that behavior on. We also have Ivy over here, and she's pooping. You know, everybody poops, right? Sea otters poop in the water just like they do everything else in the water as well. You may notice that the kelp in this exhibit is not real, and that's in part because kelp serves as a laxative, so we don't want our otters pooping too much. So there is fake kelp in this exhibit, unlike the real kelp that is over in the kelp forest exhibit. So now Hannah has a target here. It looks like a giant yellow Q-tip, and that is to focus Abby's attention in a specific area. She was able to complete that behavior successfully. She got a nice big fat prawn as a piece of positive reinforcement for that. So all of our otters are doing really well. In just a second, you're going to see a signal that tells the girls they're not going to be asked to do any more behaviors. They can take whatever food is left and just finish that and eat it up. The next part of our session is going to start. Georgia is out there on the deck with some cool props, including a piece of sea otter fur, and I'll come out to answer any questions that y'all might have. Thanks so much for visiting us today, and hope you have a great rest of your visit.